Big up, guys. What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Mark and MUFC fan. You know what it is, guys, with the transfer marked. Get in, smash those likes and subscribe because your boy's got the latest scoop on the transfer market. And you know, I bring the news hot off the press early, and I always come with the most reliable information. So far, I've been 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, guys, because when I talked about it, everyone was laughing. They would say, "Yo, who is this guy?" Now everybody wants to get a piece of Giovanni Quenda. Remember, we talked about him a few weeks ago. Let's get in, guys. It's your boy, Marken. He's here. Come on, smash those likes. Get in. Let's get into the show because we're going to have a hot one for you. It's a hot topic. Three big pieces of news, some targets, some other news going around. Let's see what's going on. Of course, I might have a few buddies coming in to have their say. And if you guys want, have your say as well. It's what the show is about. I can't do it without you guys. So get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. But let's start it off right. Let's dive right into the news. And let's start with the big, big, big news that's coming in tonight, guys. A lot of people aren't catching on, but your boy Mark N is going to bring it to you raw because you know what? He's on the money. And guess what, guys? Arda Güler, a lot to offer him. Real Madrid star Arda Güler is being urged, not just by his camp, but by other people around the sporting world to make a move and urged to join Man United, where the project is solely focused on youth, might have an opening with a lot of game time and in the system might be suited to his style of play. What is going on? Real Madrid starlet Arda Güler has this weekend been urged to take into consideration a move to the Premier League heavyweights, Manchester United, and the young midfielder, for his part, is of course in the midst of something of a hit and miss opening to the new campaign at the Bernabeu. Though he's enjoyed an uptick game compared to his debut season, the 19-year-old is still evidently some way down the pecking order, guys. So it's going to be interesting to see what Carlo Ancelotti decides. Murmurs in turn have even spread of late that Gula could seek out a mid-season exit in a bid to secure a more prominent role elsewhere. And amid this context, one club have this weekend been suggested to the youngster as a potential landing spot, come in the form of Manchester United. And my brethren Timber Banks, I don't know where he is. He should be here for this one, but it's looking like, we might be poaching one of his favorite young stars at the Bernabeu to come to Man United. Speaking in an interview with Born Sports, as cited by Diarra Sports Sunday, ex-United frontman Luis Sahara explained Manchester United have a lot to offer him. For a start, more minutes than he has at Real Madrid. Gula needs to play to reach his potential, and perhaps a loan would do him good after his impressive performance at the Euro 2024. He's a very intelligent footballer, and at Manchester United, it is something of a rarity. We need the likes of youngsters with lots of high IQ and intelligence in the game. Guys, what are your thoughts? Let me know what you're thinking because you know what? I would be excited to see if we can make this deal a reality. Young Arda Güler to the Prem. Who says no? Man United, can you see it? I can. Because you know what? It's said that we play two tens in right behind the striker. And Arda Güler is one of those players that can play that role. He's quite like an Ahmad, but in my opinion, he's a little bit more advanced. His reading of the game is much better, in my opinion. Big up to Irfan in the building. I hope you're well, buddy. Big up to you. What's going on with you this evening? Think about it, Irfan. I've got some latest scoops. Arda Güler, I broke it on Giovanni Quenda. Now everyone's talking about United in the hunt for Quenda. Well, let's move right along and let's talk about Giovanni Quenda because you know what? I'm gonna give Temba some time to bump in because he's running a bit late. Haven't heard from him. He should see I'm live. But let's go. And young Giovanni Quenda has Manchester United preparing to agree a deal for the star. What is this? Well, guys, some reports have been saying that there might be a situation where we might be having to spend somewhere in the region of £84 million to get this target out of the club because he has a release clause quite similar to that of Victor Gyokeres. Now, this young talent has been sensational. We've all seen him against Man City. I spoke to you guys about him the week before, and I told you guys keep an eye out for the youngster. And I guess he's impressed everyone, not just me. So, Manchester United, we have set our sights on signing one of their best emerging talents, and it is this youngster Giovanni. And I talked about this last week, And of course, now with Amorim coming in, it makes it a little bit more possible. The youngster has a very good bond with the manager. And of course, the big name of United will draw anyone towards the club. A lot of people might say we are not that big of a club, but in history, we are the biggest English club in the world, 100%. And yeah, Mr. B, I do agree with you. It's going to be really, really difficult with the 85 million price tag. But there could be some little bit of intricate moves in between that could facilitate the move. So I'm just going to bring the story to you guys because everyone's talking about it and it's really picking up some traction. So I'm not going to say it's impossible, but what I will say it's highly unlikely. You know what I mean? There's a situation. We are 4 points shy of top four. This 17-year-old is made for first team, guys. This young man is talent. He plays that wing back role. He's defensively sound. He's very good going forward. We've seen it. He is cold. You know what I mean, guys? So aside from just his goal contributions and assists, he has 2 by 2 in 18 appearances. He's also excelled with other key attributes. He's won 62% of his duels and 60%, 64% of his take-ons. And he's made 3 recoveries on average per game. The youngster has traits of becoming an elite wing back, guys. So it's going to be a situation where the Brexit rules don't permit the registration of players under 18. So it might not be possible for us to sign them in January. I'm going to let you guys know one time January is not going to be an option. So I'm letting you guys know it's not going to be in January. It's definitely going to be a summer move if we're going to go in for this youngster. We have to wait until he turns 18. And this is the news that I'm going to give to you guys. I know a lot of people are telling you all sorts of things, but I'm giving you the facts, right? He's 17 years old, so we cannot sign him to the Premier League unless he turns 18. That's when we will be allowed to make the transfer. Now, there is a 84 million release clause in his contract, but United are set to make a 38 million pound bid just to test the waters to see what Sporting is saying, if they might be thinking about it. Let's see what happens. You never know. That 38 million could be 38 million, and then maybe they add a player onto that deal. And there are quite a few players that might be able to make that cut and might lessen the blow. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes. It's not set in stone yet, but let's wait until he turns 18 because we're gonna have to wait anyway, Irfan. I understand your worries, but against the Premier League laws, no one can sign him until he turns 18 because he's playing first team football. He's not in the academy anymore. So you can't bring him to the academy after he's been playing first team football for at least a year already. You know what I'm saying? The players who should, yeah, 100%, Irfan, you're getting the drift. Big up to Alien Tenor in the chat. Big up to you. It's snowing here. Nice. I think it should be snowing here on Wednesday. So I'll let you know. I'll take some pictures for you guys. Big up to you. Big up left or right side. He can play either side. There's also Michael Coyote, guys, at Fiorentina. So we'll talk about Michael Coyote another day. But that's another interesting young talent. 20 years old now. Very, very good on both sides. All this talk, you come now and you'll say, give him time. He's young, really hard to get gassed with the new age players. Not going to lie. Bro, he can come now. Lots of people want him to come now. He can't. He's 17. We have to wait till he turns 18 to make. We can probably try to get a pre-agreement done with Sporting for the player. It might be something, might be able to happen. Of course, he has the Amorim link. So therefore, it might be something facilitated. But yeah, bro, like you know how it is. These young players nowadays, there's very few of them that give you that old school drive mentality and determination that they want to be the best in the world. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. There will be some of them, Charles, in my honest opinion. Big up to you, buddy. Wait till he turns 18 and gets scooped by the rivals. When is he turning 18? I believe he's turning 18 in 3 months. Let me just confirm. Let me just confirm for you guys. Let me just confirm. Yeah, he turns 18 in 4 months. April 30th, he turns 18. So at the end of the season in Sporting, guys. So we're gonna have to prepare well. We're gonna have to get the deal done. We are gonna have to convince him between now and the end of the season because that's when he turns 18, April 30th. That's his birthday, guys. So we'll see how it goes. We will see. Let's see how that goes. But now, guys, let's move on to some other interesting bits of news because, we already know that these are possible, situations that we are looking at. Another interesting thing for me, guys, which I want to get into right now, is this conversation because, as you know, a lot of us are talking about this guy right now. He is the man of the moment, Victor Gyökeres. And what I can say, it's very possible that we might not be able to get him in January, but it's one of those things where it might bode well for the summer, which means we maybe can focus on a different area, guys. I know a lot of us want to sign him in January, but like I keep telling everyone, 84 million pounds by 84 million pounds by another 80 million pounds. These are the prices on three of the players that everyone wants to sign at Sporting. And I'm talking about none other than Victor Gyökeres at 87 million pounds, 84 million pounds for young Quenda, and Morten Humland is also rated somewhere in the region of 84 million pounds. So, guys, it's a lot of money. Let's see how we get a deal done. Maybe a swap with some little money. Yeah, he got his visa today. It was active today, yo, as the announcement was. I can show you it on the on all the news. He had his first training session today at Manchester United at Carrington. So, yo, I got my scoop for you, bro. Don't worry, we'll be there in the morning. I'm back. I'm feeling much better now, so I can battle rap now. I can talk without coughing too much. So we'll be talking tomorrow on KG Stream. Don't you worry, buddy. Big up to you, my brother. Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Gyökeres has left a door open for a future move to Manchester United, but sort of rules out the possibility of a January switch to the Red Devils. Ever since Ruben Amorim agreed to take over head coach role at United, there has been much talk in the press that he will take the 26-year-old striker along with him. Now, Gyökeres is in red-hot form as he's joint top scorer in the season's Champions League with 5 goals, and he has plundered a massive total of 23 goals in all competitions for Sporting this season so far. He's currently on international duty with Sweden, where he's also been in lethal form, netting 5 goals and having 4 assists in 5 Nation League matches, including a goal against Slovakia last night. The Swede is said to be available for 20 million less than his release clause, and Sporting Lisbon are reportedly open to a sale in the summer. Speaking to the Swedish outlet Football Scanlon, the attacker opened up on his long-term future. When asked about whether he will move in the summer, he said, "It's not something I think about. Of course, you want to play out the season at Sporting, and I enjoy myself there. So there's no stress for me to make a move in the future. We'll see when the time comes." Gyökeres has also claimed that when the time comes for him to move on, he had no particular preference of where he will end up. "It's hard for me to say. I have no particular preference. We'll see if it works out in the future, how it feels then, and I will know my decision." He also spoke of the sadness that Amorim was leaving Sporting by claiming it's very sad that he's leaving, but of course we understand his decision. He has obviously meant a lot considering that he gave me a chance and that he made me develop so much. The informed striker stated that he isn't paying too much attention to the links reconnecting with his former manager in the near future, as it's all talk at the moment, but implied that he would certainly be open to a reunion with the 39-year-old if given the opportunity. When asked directly about United's interest, he hardly slammed the door shut by asserting he probably has some strikers there already, so we will see. Gyökeres did outline what he expects from a new club, and this is what to get an important role and that you'll get to play. That is the most important thing. There are other pieces that should also be in place, but I'll have to take it when it comes. Guys, there's also Barcelona in the hunt. So, you know what I mean? Gonna have to keep it a little bit tricky on what goes on with this guy. Now, another really, really interesting piece of news coming in is the hunt for this youngster, guys. I've been telling you guys about it. 16.7 million is what is the possible fee, and this might be the most likely signing in January. In fact, it could be done immediately as the window opens. It might happen in on the first day of the window, is how likely that this signing is, because Manchester United want to sign former star Alvaro Carreras for Ruben Amorim in January. And when I say that they want to, they are already in talks trying to get everything lined up so the deal can be completed swiftly. You know what I mean? Manchester United plan to strengthen their left back area for Ruben Amorim in January transfer window, as per reports. Amorim is yet to take. Well, this article came out yesterday, which means you know what I mean. He wasn't able to train yesterday, so the first training session happened today. According to the club's hierarchy, they have identified the left back as a priority position to address in the winter window and have earmarked Alvaro Carreras as the main target. It's going to be an interesting situation as Carreras only swapped for Benfica from United in January of 2024 on an initial loan deal, and the Portuguese club recognized his potential and pulled the trigger to make him their player on a permanent basis. His rise in stature and his consistent performances in the Bruno Lage squad have attracted United's interest once again, and the Premier League giants have signed him from Real Madrid's academy in 2020. Now, the young Spaniard is a player that Ruben Amorim has mentioned as a target he'd like to work with, even while at Sporting. So Amorim's 3-4-3 system requires an attacking fullback, and Carreras has shown he's capable of playing that role at his stint at Benfica as well as Preston North End, where he spent a season loan. It's understood that further talks over the left back are being held, and both Luke Shaw and Terrell Malacia have yet might not be the trust is not there for them at the current moment. And there are huge questions around the fitness of Luke Shaw. So it's one of those things where one of them might be earmarked to leave in January to make room for the young talent to return in the building. Big up to you guys coming in. What are your thoughts in the comments? So we talked about Arda Güler as being an option. There are reports coming in that Arda Güler is being pushed towards Manchester United, not just by his camp, but by other officials around the club who thinks that he's not really up in the pecking order at Real Madrid and might find a better time coming to Man United where he might get more game time as well as more appreciation for his role, and it might be something that he might be interested in. So, Arda Güler getting Victor Gyökeres, possibly Quenda in the summer. Let's see how that goes. It might be a loan for Arda Güler in January, guys. So don't be surprised if you hear Arda Güler comes in on a loan because it might be interesting. Now, I'm telling you guys now, my bet is on Alvaro Carreras being the first signing of the Amorim era. I think he will coming in January, but we will see. The news is going to come out and it's going to keep it pumping. And I see my buddy Timber Banks is pulling up. When as soon as he lets me know is he's ready. Oh, he's here. He's here. Big up to Timber Banks in the building. Man is late like that, but you know what it is. Big up to my broski. Big up to you. I know you had to cry a lot in
I'm
your
not
car
late.
before
You
you
are
got
the one.
onto the stream.
You didn't.
Let me just put your boy up on the screen. Let's just have your quick
No,
conversation
no,
about it. I
no, no,
see
no,
you
no,
talking
no, no.
about a
I
hundred
don't have to
million
cry, man. Because
euros.
what?
I'm listening.
That is what they said. Because I look up on the article as well, and it said Manchester United are preparing to offer United ready to offer what's his name, um Madrid. They want to offer Madrid 100 million euros for Adagule.
Well, I did hear that part, but I also heard that Manchester United is interested in a loan in January, and Arda Güler is seemingly interested as well in getting a loan move in January. So it might be a situation where you lose Arda Güler to a loan in January, and then you lose him in the summer to a permanent
No, no,
sale,
no,
which
no,
it might
no,
still
no.
be good for
Now,
both clubs.
can you hear me out of Mark? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
I
bro.
think my network is freezing. Okay, what I'm saying is this, man. Like I said to you, if I was Adagule's brother or agent,
Mm.
like I wouldn't say don't move, because one thing is this: I will say is this: it is criminal to understand that this guy has only played 12 games for Madrid. 12. Like that alone is enough to sack Ancelotti. That alone, whereby you have a talent of this quality and you are dropping him on the bench. bench. I'm not giving him game time because, like, I'm tired of seeing the likes of Luka Modric. I'm not saying he's a bad player, but sometimes I want to see my ballers also playing games, man. Because I cannot watch Barcelona. They put in the likes of Lemine Yamal. You put in the likes of Cardoso. You put in the likes of Kobasi. And these guys are balling out, man. And yet you have a manager in Carlo Ancelotti who just believes, man, Modric will still do it. I believe he can. He's a good player, no doubt. But guys, Modric is in the future, man. It's not the future. And if I was close to Adagule, honestly, I would call him, bro. How about going for a loan? Because I would tell you, Mark, I don't think a signing deal will be possible, but I believe a loan will be possible.
I listening to it, bro. You there? All right, well, when he returns, guys, he will continue. But Drex, I was thinking the same thing. Saka manager because our player game time sound like Ten Hag and I'm mad. But Naipan, yo, Mr. B, it's funny that you mentioned Naipan because guess what? I know I told you guys my little brother was on loan at Alborg BK for the last few months on a trial, and he's back home on vacation and he's going back to Denmark on trial again. And this time I'm hearing it's possible that he might be going to Rosenborg BK. And if he goes to Rosenborg BK on trial, guess who he's going to probably play against until he leaves? Naipan. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited for my bro. You know what I mean? Big up to Stephanie Griffith in the building. 10 likes. Luke Shaw would get his testimonial ASAP. Testimonial, bro? Nah, bro. I would just be trading him off to Benfica. You know what I mean? Or something like that for free. You back, Temba? Bro, you getting tired. I trade Luke Shaw to I would give Luke Shaw to Benfica
You think,
and just take for
yeah, you
Alvaro,
think
bro.
my network is just acting up, man. I don't understand what is happening to me.
Don't worry yourself, bro. You know what's happened sometimes the Glazers is be attacking me. You know what I mean? Maybe Perez must be
You
telling
have
me,
to
hey,
add some cash to it, man. Uh, you
cash.
have to
Bro, we go take key on loan. We go
add
talk
some
cash
cash to
later.
it.
Bro, loan, cash later. You know what I mean? That's how we go and work out. Yeah, we're going.
Who is the
I don't want to
Perez?
say this for guys to get hyped there, but you never know. We might say, "Here, take Dallo, give us, give us Adam
No, no, no,
Odegaard,"
no, no, no.
and Real Madrid might say, "Yeah,
I believe because one thing is that there are so many clubs. There are so many clubs. No, Mark, in euros.
Mhm.
We saw it, which is why I don't understand how is he only getting 12 games. Ever since he has joined Madrid, he has only played 12 games. And in those 12 games, oh man,
bro."
this my
Sometimes just
network is acting
hear
up,
him out there.
Mark.
Sometimes, bro, the players just can't do how it is do, bro. Sometimes players just had a whole lot of patience. You know what I mean, Temba? I sometimes I and all don't
No,
like it, bro.
I know, Mark.
But sometimes that's just how it is. And
I know,
for me,
Mark. I
being
know.
honest, bro,
Ah, no, man.
it's just how it goes sometimes.
No,
Sometimes.
man.
I mean, look at this youngster, bro.
Which is
Adagula one side. Remember, I talked about this guy a few weeks ago. Everybody asking me, who is this guy? Who is this guy? The same play against Man City. All everybody want Giovanni now to come to United. Everybody want him to United. We do high 84 million to sign this guy one time, and the biggest problem is that the Premier League is bar clubs from signing players under 18 to first teams, to senior teams. You could only sign them if you could only bring them into your academy, but you can't sign them before they turn 18. It's a real crazy thing. So that's going to be an interesting situation to see how it work out. But I also wanted to talk about, young Alvaro because I think that's going to be our first signing. And this is why I think Delo might be on and Luke Shaw might be on the chopping block, guys. You know what I mean? I know some people might not like to hear that. And I am a Delo fan, but I'm telling you guys, if this young man is the first signing on the Amorim, Delo and Luke Shaw are gone. I could see it, guys. I could see it. You know what I mean? I could see Luke Shaw going in the January as well, probably go to Ipswich or something like that somewhere. It's for like 10, 20, 10, 15 million, just enough to cover Alfaro's fees. And I could see Delo going to Real Madrid in a swap deal for Arda Güler. Man, they might call me crazy, but I know Madrid could do it at Diogo Dallo right now at right back. For sure, for sure. But stepping away from that for a second, I wanted to talk
you
about this. I just wanted to mention this because
you
for
wish
me, guys, I know a lot of people might not like this guy,
not in yeah, I know, but
right? But
not
for
in
me,
the
I
expense of
never thought
Adagule.
about it when I heard it. I was just like, you know what? He's
Not in
coming
the
to train
expense of
at the club.
Adagule. It's not happening, man.
He's coming to train at the club. He's not going to be signed. He's not going. He's just coming to train to get himself fit. I have no problem with this. You know why? With a player of this ability, guys, who coming into the club among some of these youngsters, the likes of how they call them, Dan Gore Jr., Joe Scanlon, even the likes of Jack Fletcher, because Tyler is the attacking winger and Jack is the midfielder. It have other young midfielders like Kobe who could benefit from training with the likes of Paul Pogba. We know he's a class player. And whether or not he stays at United, because reports are that Newcastle United will be planning to make a move to bring him in as one of their new midfield targets. So this is what I wanted to bring to everyone to calm everyone down. He just come in to train for a little while, probably help us coach up the young midfielders that we have and bring their levels up to the professional stage and level. You know what I mean? So let's look at it as a positive and not look at it as a negative. I don't think United are going to get themselves tangled up in this re-signing situation right now with the current regime. You know what I mean? I think things are different. Power to Pogba, because you know what? You know, he's had a tough end of couple years happening to him, good or bad. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
don't
you
wish
started
negatives
from
on
this is
anyone.
just
You know what I'm
messing up,
saying?
man. Bro.
Before Drex jumps in, it looks like this is getting lots more traction, guys. And I don't really want to talk too much about this. We're not going after Osimhen, Luan. I can tell you for free right now, Osimhen will never be a United player. I can tell you that now. All that talk about Osimhen is his agent trying to get him out of Turkey. He's not coming to United because United are not paying in excess of £70 million for him because Gyökeres will be cheaper. You know what I mean? Gyökeres will be £68 million. You're not going to pay 78 million to buy Victor Osimhen and then go and pay 68 million to buy Gyökeres. I don't think that will be a situation. You know what I mean, Luan? I don't really rate Osimhen either. So if he was coming, trust me, I'd be talking about it because I definitely don't rate the guy. But what I can tell you guys is that I wasn't a favorite of signing this guy, Joshua Zirkzee, but he's a United player and I would like to back him and give him time. But there are some reports coming out that Juventus might be interested in taking him off Manchester United's hand, using the same deal that United has already struck with Bologna to compound that same deal in order to purchase him, which they will reimburse Man United what we have paid so far, which is an installment of £12.6 million, and they will continue the payments towards Juventus to take him, to make him their permanent player, where we got him from Bologna, which will add up to a total of 34 million euros. So it's interesting, guys, to see if this really happens. Now, I'm not too sure if this is going to happen. These are just some reports that are coming out. And also, there have been a report stating that Joshua hasn't really been having a good time and he's not really enjoying a lot of the feedback he's been receiving. He's been having a really tough start and he's been feeling a little bit bullied somewhat. Some reports are saying as he has been speaking to Dutch media. But let's see how it goes. I hope that it's not really true. I hope that he's going to come in and work hard and try to give his best because you know what? I'm not going to give up on him. I think he deserves until the end of the season at least to see if he shows some improvement in terms of his performances. Coming to a new league, And coming from the Italian league is a huge step up in terms of the speed of movement because of the pace of the game in both different leagues. So it's one of those things, guys, where I look at it like, hey, let's have faith in the guy. He's just got here. Let's not crucify him. You know what I mean? But let's hope that if it doesn't work out, the structure will make a good decision on who comes in. Drex, my brother, what are you saying, bro? What's
Yo,
good?
yo, big greetings, everybody. I'm alright. Just, I don't know, but this Joshua thing, bro. Yeah, if Joshua is not feeling it, it might as well just go back to Italy. You can't force a horse to drink water. You only can take him to the stream. If they're not gonna drink, they're not gonna drink. So, yeah, if he's not feeling it, if he feels like, you know what, and we remember when we are getting Joshua from Bologna, a lot of people were like, "Yo, the price is fair. If he doesn't cut it out at the Premier League or at United, we could actually move him on as to getting him for a higher fee that a lot of people would not want to pay." So if reports are to be true and believed, and if he's really said he feels like he's been bullied and all of that, he's not having a good time based on the feedback he's having, it might as well just go to Italy, which is a little bit slower. He could play the Italian league. We saw him at Bologna. The Italian league could suit him perfectly. But for me, I feel like between now and the end of December, or under a new manager, maybe he might just flourish. Maybe. So if he was listening to me, hi Lowan, how are you doing? If he was listening to us at the moment, I'd just say, just get, bro, just give it, put in your best, do all you can as a professional, and see if this new management and this new style that we're all envisaging and looking forward to would help you out. But if it doesn't, at the end of the day, bro, a player has to look out for himself. Whether you're bought for 100 million, whether or you're bought for 10 million, bro, you have to look out for yourself. Your career is more important than whatever the fans say. So yeah, bro, that's me. On the
Bro,
Pogba thing, bro, on the Pogba
that's what
thing,
I wanted to hear from you about too, bro, before you go.
on the
Talk to
Pogba thing, I'm neither there nor here, but I would just say this from a clear head. No, not even training, not even using Carrington as a facility to train. No, just keep him away. All of those we don't want. See, it's not like Pogba. I know some people might like, oh, I use Drex, all the names and what's not, but it feel like don't add to what we've already experienced this season, bro. It feels like we can't catch a break when it comes to the media. I know it's United. Every story is blown out of proportion, but I rather say just don't give them anything. Just stay away from Pogba. He could come in and do his biz, finish his training and head home and do other stuff, right? But you know how the media is. They'll tie something to something, and before you start knowing, oh, there's a disruption in the dressing room, which might not be, right? But just don't want Pogba to be taking on what is not is, if you know what I mean, like the abuse and all of that, bro. Just stay away. Don't United don't offer Pogba. If I was Pogba's ear, if I was in his ears, I'd be like, bro, don't go back. Just look for someone else. You could
bro.
go to the US and get and rent a training facility in one of them stadium in the US
To
and
play
use
on
that.
what? To play on turf to hurt his knee, bro.
Bro, I don't know,
They
bro,
don't
but I
have
just
real
for
grass in the
me,
USA in most of those
okay,
pitches,
but
bro.
United is not the only football club in the world that could
No,
actually
but
offer
you.
him.
I mean, for what is word tracks? I think as a former you academy player that was
Hmm.
developed at we are his parent club.
I
Basically, we
get
we
you.
we birthed him. So in that regards, I would say you know what bygones be bygones. He come into train. He probably training at a separate side of the scene on separate days, different days. It's small thing for me. I'm not even stressing about it. I understand your opinion though about the whole aura situation and the media bias and what could happen and it could go left. I understand that. So I'm not disagreeing with you, bro, to be
For me,
fair. I
like
just
for
staying
me,
on the side where I was
yeah.
on the other side
If I
slightly.
deep it down, for me, truly on really, what do my heart really say? My heart is telling me, yo, I wouldn't mind Pogba back. That's what my heart is saying, bro. Pogba coming back, um, right? It's not one of those decisions that you be like, oh, they've made an awful decision. Why would they do this? No, 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 no. It's not a do or die affair. Pogba coming back, bro. Pogba is 31. He could still offer something for maybe a year or two if he wants to. because we all have to factor in what does the player want. But if he wants to, but I'm just like trying to like in my on my head, I'm saying, bro, protect United, protect Pogba at the same time. If you know what
Well,
I mean.
look, as you can see, the article stayed there, bro. Pogba, Newcastle United target, right? So that alone should say to people, listen, it's higher potential that he have clubs interested in him, and he probably will become a player of a club. You never know which club. It might not be Newcastle, but it might be another club. You never know. There was talk about him going to Marseille. You know what I mean? You never know what could happen. So let's see how it goes for me. For me, I just look at it from the perspective, as long as we don't hear any official talk about him being signed to United and it's just training in the back room just to get himself fit, cool, no problem, no stress. Because I guarantee tell you that as much as we could be mad and upset, it will benefit a lot of the young midfielders we have at the club to have him train alongside and around them. Because he is a world class player. Let's not argue. Let's not bullshit it. You know what I mean? Jex, before you go, Alvaro, talk to me. Sixteen point
Oh,
seven mil euros.
yeah, yo, get him in, right? Get him in. Send Luke Shaw on a testimonial out. Uh, yeah, because I don't see. To be honest with you, it's the season would be after season by December, and another give or take, God willing, another 4 weeks, 4 5 weeks will be after the season.
It
And Luke
wouldn't be
Shaw,
half, bro. We will play 5 games. So we were still at 24. We were still at
no,
24
no, no.
game,
Wait, wait,
23
wait,
games
wait. At
left.
what point do we get half midway through the season?
January, the end of January.
The end of January. Okay,
Mm,
okay. Give or take another 8 weeks, right?
mm.
Yeah. Luke Shaw won't be ready in another 8 weeks.
Get rid.
So what are we doing?
I gave to it's 50,
So what
18
are
mil.
even
18
if
mil.
even
Just
if
give
he
me
gets
give me mil to pay all the taxes and all the taxes on the fees
even
to
if
get
he's
Alvaro.
available,
Take
even
him.
if he's available, that would be what? He would just be giving us what, 8 weeks of football?
Bro, I don't even care. Get rid. You see how much I'm paying if I'm paying 16.7 mil euros for Alvaro, and then and on top of that I had to pay 1.8 mil in taxes and whatever. That's exactly what I'm asking from any team for, bro. Only one look sure, give me 20 mil.
So
18, I'm taking
for me
19 and all.
I think it's if you look at the circumstances behind all of these, Luke Shaw's injury and what's not, right? One could argue there's personal factor there, also the injury that he sustained and all of that, right? But bro, man, I think Luke Shaw should have been gone 2 seasons ago. The season Ole was sacked. Luke
I
Shaw
give me
should have
chat next time.
yeah, the season Pogba left on the free. Luke Shaw should have followed as well.
Bruh.
Big up Drex. Big up Drex.
Yo, what you saying wrong, young creep? How you doing, bro?
I'm fine, man. Honestly, man, in regards to this Pogba issue, man, I've seen some of the fan base, man, bring him in, bring him back. Like you guys learn at all. Because one thing is this, man, Pogba is a good player, no doubt. But his mentality is not something you need in your team at the moment. It also considering the fact that
Temba, sorry to cut you. When you talking about fan base and you focusing on just the one side and you don't focus
no,
on the other
I
side and
said
keep it
some.
balanced. Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
said
you have to balance
some.
it, bro. You don't say some and say, do we listen at all? You have to balance it, bro.
Okay,
Because
correction.
some
Sorry.
of us are actually on the side where we say, you know what, protect both the club and the player. We
Mm-hmm,
don't want him, we
mm-hmm,
don't want him back, right?
mm-hmm.
It's a case of the media will just have a field day. But when you
Yeah,
listen to people that are saying, oh, bring him on, they have their reason though, but it's not
yeah,
realistic.
yeah, I understand. But can it be the same
Facts.
player? Can it be the same player? Because one thing I know for sure is that, like, we have seen the same scenario whereby they said
Mm,
Johnny Evans is coming to train with United.
mm.
And right now, Johnny Evans, you could easily say is one of
Okay.
United best defender. But
Calm down.
now,
Temba.
Temba,
Let me
let him
I'm not
finish.
hold on,
Let,
saying
wait.
let, let him
Hold
finish.
on,
I'm not
Let him
and just
finish.
saying
before you go, before you finish,
I'm
just
not
remember,
saying he's the
highlight in your
best.
head. Just now, hold on. Before you finish, I'm not stopping it. Before you finish, just
Yeah.
remember, he on a ban until March. So anyway you take it, it's not happening this season,
Mhm.
right? It can't
Yeah.
happen this season. So
No, so
continue.
I get your point. I get your point. So now, because even though he's going to come into the team, I don't
He
think
not coming into the
because
team, he just training.
Johnny
Nobody knows
Evans.
if he training with the team or not.
No, I believe that Sergeant Rackley. Let me not say Sergeant Rackley. I believe this new structure will not do that mistake. Honestly, and for the people that are saying bring it back, I don't believe Pogba has the same mentality Johnny Evans have. Johnny Evans might have come and train with the club. Right now, he's playing, and you can see what we used to see of the kind of player he is. But can Pogba do the same thing? Can
You
he?
see, you
Is a
see,
good player, no
Mark,
doubt.
Mark. You see why I say you protect Pogba at the same time you protect the club, because
Mm.
Yeah, but
people are still going off the notion that Pogba isn't is still the Pogba that they know.
but I
Yeah,
What
mean that's cool, you know. Everybody have
No, no,
the
no, no. That
imaginations,
yeah,
and that's
that's what I
fine.
was telling you. This is
And
the
that's
reason why I
fine,
said
bro.
protect both sides.
I don't think that I have a problem with anybody having a imagination or you know, having a dream, because I have dreams and I have
mhm.
imaginations myself. But the reality is, he coming to train. There's been no talk saying that we're interested.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
can't
yeah,
play football until next season
my,
anyway, so
yeah.
I not
Yeah,
even caring, bro. I don't even like.
My,
I could
my
understand those who
my
saying,
only
"Yeah,
dream
bring him
is
back."
get me
I
Victor.
could understand those who saying, "Don't bring him back."
so
I
get
don't
me
want
the
to sign
Victor.
him back. I being so real. I don't want to sign him back.
Get me
But
any of the Victor, Osimhen or Gokeres. That's my
now you
dream.
see, it's starting to frustrate me.
You
There
don't
is
you don't
I
want
know,
bullshit.
I
don't
know
bring
I was gonna
No,
Osimhen.
frustrate you.
no. Move on. Temba,
Osimhen. No
Temba.
man, that
We
that
talk
guy is a
about
bomb.
Quenda, young Giovanni, right? 17
Yeah,
years old. Can't sign him. He's underage. Can't sign because he's already playing senior football. So he can't come into the youth system. We can't trick the system like that. So we have to wait till he turns 18, which is also April 30th, meaning next season. We have to convince him between now and then to bring him in. There's a possibility United will test the waters to try and get an early deal agreed with
38 million.
Sporting, starting from 38 million pounds. The first bid is going to be. I just want to highlight that this is what is the article said, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? I know they want 84 million pounds. That's the
yeah.
release clause, but you never know, right?
Mark,
Now,
one thing I've understand about this Portuguese team right now, I've looked at them, the way they do their transfer, they are very stubborn. I've noticed it with Sporting Lisbon and what's it called? Benfica.
mm,
One first of all, this Gokuret's deal, I've said it for a fact that I see him coming to United, but I don't see him as a deal that will be joined in January. It's a summer deal by end of the season.
these two deals are
Then they will
summer deals,
discuss.
bro. Anybody
Because
saying anything otherwise, they're lying to people.
if you are going to
Telling you
take it
now.
in January, it will be 84 million. And now looking at this guy you talk about, Quenda, honestly, man, I don't think 38 million will get him. Even at the summer, I don't think 38 million pounds or 30 million euros will
No,
get
well,
the
if they
good guy.
start at 38 and end up somewhere at 55 or 56, I don't mind.
Around there.
Because remember, it's 84 million euros they want. So
Hmm.
38 million pounds is pretty much somewhere in the region of 60 million,
That
60 something
84
million.
million euros is on his release clause, right?
Yeah. And 38
Uh-huh.
million pounds is basically 60 something million euros. About
Okay.
60, just about. So
Okay.
it's one of those things, bro. It's somewhere in the region there. So,
Bro,
you know what I
38
mean?
million pounds gonna buy a player in his mood, bro. All this 17-year-old, 18-year-old. I think it was Charles that was saying I'm not see all of this
Bro,
17
for
years,
me,
18
I
years,
I
bro.
would listen.
They are
I be
they
so
are
real. I would
talent,
go
bro.
and buy Michael Coyote at Fiorentina. He's
But you see what
20.
you need
He
now?
has
Now?
the same ability as Quenda. In fact, I think he's better. He could do the same thing left or right, just the same. Right wing back, left wing back, dribbling ability, pace. You know what I mean? Young African brother, but he born in Italy. You know what I mean? I would get him. He's cheap, about 20 million for him. You know,
You
there's
say his
also
name?
young Fatty, young Makai Fai, and one other player. So, you know, I just thinking like these two deals, those two sporting players is definitely not in January. You know, what I mean,
Mhm.
we could get 20 million discount on Gyökeres to sign him for 64 million pounds in the summer. So I think United would wait till then. Same thing with Quenda due to his age
Mark,
restriction.
quick question, Mark,
Mhm.
for Timber as well. You did talk about an article that was saying there's a possible loan move for um Joshua, right? So if
So
that
who?
for Joshua Zexi
Zexi.
No, it's not a loan. It's a sale. It's a sale
in
deal where they
January,
would pay. What they would do, what Juventus would do is basically they would pay down the 12 point something million we paid
United,
for. They
yeah,
would pay United that.
oh, and take
What
over
they
the
would do
Uh,
payments.
then is take over his contract, which was already agreed, and pay out in
In
same similar
Bologna. Yeah,
terms
yeah, yeah.
without changing anything. So just
So
you know,
that
just
that
they will be the owner.
that they are looking quote and unquote a possible January move for that if it's gonna happen at all.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I think
So
so.
if we
And
said if no, let's say that deal goes through
No,
and
Victor Gyökeres is not 68 million in January. So no, if we go at him
and
in
no that
January, is 84.
so what you saying we're just gonna let if that happens we're just gonna bite the bullet and say okay Joshua go and we just play with one striker till the end of the season.
I mean, they
I
might move
mean,
Rashford
maybe,
into the
maybe,
striking position. Remember, we're not
I
going to be
I
playing
believe
wingers
so.
like normal,
I
and
believe
so
so.
so they might
I
just
believe
push
so.
Rashford as a backup striker, as a bench warmer, a bench option of the bench. Because to be fair, bro, look at it like this: it's two tens are playing behind, and I don't
Mm,
think Rashford go and
hmm.
play one of them tens, bro. Come on,
So,
I
so you,
So
don't.
you are you sure that Zex? Are you sure that Amorim does not really rate him or
No,
want him
bro,
in the,
this is
in the
what
club?
this is just reports.
rate
I
rate
don't
Yeah,
who?
know for a fact with Joshua Zirkzee. As a matter of fact, I said before, I would
Zexi
like to
rating.
give Zirkzee time. So, but what this is just what is the
No,
reports coming out right
no,
now,
no.
and
Sorry to
it
cut you, Mark.
coming out about
Temba
Juventus.
rate
So
who? Temba, who are you talking about?
Zexi now is a good player,
No,
gents.
I
are you saying
never wanted him, bro. I just go and
no,
stated
no, no?
the
Are you saying
fact. Everybody
Amorim?
know I didn't
Am I
want
sure
to.
Amorim doesn't want him?
No, I'm
Nobody
asking. I'm
knows.
asking. I'm not saying. I'm saying. I'm
No,
asking.
but it's a thing that we don't know. We just have to see a couple of games. That's why I was telling Mark before while you were away. I was saying for me, if Joshua, if he's not feeling it, then he could move. But I'm just saying, bro, in the meantime, just put your head down and see if this new manager with his new style of play might just be something that you've been waiting for, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it just
yeah.
brings that you out, and then be like, yeah, you
True.
begin to find your mojo back, and be like, okay, you know what? Yeah, it's working now. Let me just,
That's true. That's true.
So for me,
That's true. That's
I'm
true.
not saying rating him or not. I'm just hoping that the system just helps most of these players that we think could work in this system. There's some players that if you ask those, I'm not a tactician, right? If you ask those guys that tend to say they know a lot of football, they will tell you, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this one will work, this one will work, this person might not work, this person might not work. For me, I'm just open to seeing. I'm just excited to actually see what our crop of players, this one that we have right now, would do under this new system. I have my concern about a few of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Marcus Rashford is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's his name? Mason Mount is one of them, right? Those people, even Anthony is one of them as well. I have my concern about these people, right? In terms of, I'm
Mr.
not saying
Mount
they're
going
bad
in
player.
January, bro. I could tell man now.
I'm not saying they're bad players, so nobody should get me wrong. I just have my concern with this system. So
Yeah, with the system. Yeah, three four
yeah,
three.
so
I mean, with
I'm
three
very
four three, I
excited
could
to
see Anthony above everybody else playing though, because he
yeah,
could play wing
yeah,
back.
but it's just I'm not saying I see this person beneath this person. I'm just saying it's my concern, and I would be so happy if everybody can actually work in the system.
True, true. I
I'll
understand
be so
because that's an advantage to the team as well.
oh, you get me, Timber. You get my
Yeah.
point. That's an advantage to my team. So it means that if one person is sitting on the bench and the
Mm-hmm.
other person is playing. So if it's vice versa, we know what we're expecting. It's not a
True,
case of
true.
we're taking one guy out, bringing another guy, and like the tempo just drop, the dynamism of the game just change, and it feels like yo, this guy just ruined everything.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like they say, time with time, but I feel like some of these players don't have time in their to their advantage anymore. They've run out of time.
Honestly, I believe this guy is going to like get some guys out of his team. This team, honestly, I'm sure people are not really ready for players he wants to get rid of. People are not really, really, really ready
No, we are ready.
because
Oh,
who?
me, I'm ready. I'm
I
ready.
think the players that he gone get out is the players hey, bro, listen, Drek, you know the players I have in my mind I want out. And anytime he rungs up that squad of players and kick them out, right? I go and run up to the hill and scream at everybody and laugh at them, right? You know why? Because certain men had an agenda, right, against certain other players. but they wasn't seeing the light now. But I always tell man them, some fellas might have higher standards than me, but when it comes to scouting talent, my eyes better than theirs. You know what I mean? And the reason why I say that because you don't just look for skill. You gotta look for that X factor, that energy that says, "Hey, I will fight to the last bit, tooth or nail, bro. I will claw my way across the squad or goal. I will put my head with a man kicking his foot just to put our ball across the line for my
Tem-
team to win."
Temba,
You understand?
you know the setup I really want to see. I'm so waiting eagerly to see is the defense line. How do if it's gonna go with
Honestly,
the
man,
three
the
if
defense
it's
line,
gonna go
man.
with the 3-4-3, I want to see how is that because I know
Bro,
I know a
I
lot.
don't tell only how it go and be. Lenny Euro on the right,
Mm-hmm.
Delit in the
If he's
center.
fit, if he's fit.
Mm-hmm.
We mean Lenny Euro, if he's
He's
fit,
fit.
Lenny
He's
Euro has
fit. I
been in
think he's
training for
back.
the
He's
last
been in
three and
training
a
for
half
yeah.
weeks, brother. I don't know what you talking about.
No, Mark,
Brother,
Mark, I
listen,
understand.
watch me.
I'm not a
Understand
fan
where
Watch
of
me,
Temba is
hey,
United.
coming
hey,
now.
Are you
hey,
expecting me to be going through
watch me,
everything
brother.
happening in your club?
Listen, focus here. Focus here.
I
I
take
telling
banter.
you, brother,
Yeah.
been in training for 3.5 weeks.
Okay.
So I telling you, and I
Yeah.
is the one who want he to be the most wrapped in cotton wool until
Mm-hmm.
he really ready. But
Yeah.
brother's been in training for 3.5 weeks. Watch me.
I've
I'm
had
You
no
just
don't want to
I'm
worries.
see
just
me next
waiting for
season in
that
the
back
Champions
line,
League,
bro.
Timber.
I'm
You
just
don't want to
waiting for
see
that.
me next season, okay? I telling you. You don't want to
Relax,
see
bro.
me
Then,
next
then,
season.
then
Relax.
Temba, with this guy on the
Relax.
screen, right here, you did make a statement saying, the man has played 12 games,
Only
so
12 games,
yeah, so for
Dex.
that's a
Come to
sackable
United.
event for that's a
No, no, no.
sackable
Okay.
event. If
Let,
you
let,
know, it
let
was
me let me just say why I said so. Because one thing is this, man.
yeah.
Like we have seen Adagule. Like if I've not really seen much of him, I
Mm-hmm.
will say, okay, yes, he's not ready. I've seen him play. He played for Fenerbahce,
Yeah.
and he played in Euros. And what I've seen on Euros so far,
Mm-hmm.
the fact
Mm,
that there are players like Valverde,
Mm,
Chumeni,
mm,
Luka Modric, whereby they are not really like I on a good day will know what they can give you.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
right now they are not doing it. And this man is still busy not trusting the lad. He's not trusting the lad. And I watched Barcelona open and like they dismantled my team. And the guy that dismantled my team was a 17 years old boy, 17 years
small
old guys.
thing. It
Not
happens.
even, it's not even Yamal.
Hey,
Not even Yamal. It was
small
17
thing. It
years
has
old
happened, bro.
Cardoso. No,
When
Mark,
Wayne
wait.
Rooney
No,
dismantle certain
no,
teams, they
Mark.
cry
No,
too the
Mark.
same way.
Okay, you know one thing? When Rooney, there are players when you see them, you know they are stars. When Rooney at PS
Young
at
CR7
Everton
Junior.
at 18, you did not we did not need to see when Rooney play for Man U to know that it was like he's a baller. Like
Mm-hmm.
seeing him alone at Everton scoring that goal was
Nah,
against
nah,
Arsenal.
yeah. Wayne Rooney was the
Like
man,
you could
was the
see,
one possessed, bro.
and we could like I've seen Yamal. Sorry, I've seen Adagola. And okay, this guy can offer this to
Hmm?
the team, and this is why I want a kind of like a manager
Nah, man.
like
Nah.
Zidane or
Mm.
a manager like Alonso.
I
Of which
remember.
right
Mikel,
now
I
we
had to
might
address
miss
this
out.
comment. Hold on, pause. Mikel, apologize for
Ah
this,
no,
bro.
man, no, no,
Yeah,
never,
no
man. I'm
brethren, you know,
sorry.
Mikel.
I'm
But you
sorry.
see this nonsense
Martin
here?
Odegaard,
We not
never.
having this, bro.
Ah,
Martin,
never,
bro,
man.
listen.
Never,
Never.
never,
I hate
never.
Martin Odegaard, bro.
Ah,
I would never
never.
have liked Ada Gule
Vitek
if he was
Odegaard,
anything close
never.
to Odegaard, bro. If
He's
Ada
not.
Gule was
He's
anything
nowhere
close to
near.
Odegaard, bro, I would never want him at United.
Nowhere
Not
near.
one day, not 1 minute, not 1 second.
Ah, nowhere
Brother,
near. I'm sorry,
well, big
man.
up to you,
No, man.
Mikel. Big
You
up to
can't
you,
see.
Mikel. I
You
don't
can't
think
tell
he's a
me
beat
you
Odegaard,
saw what
bro.
he did with Turkey at Euros. Then you're comparing him to beat as for
Odegaard
Odegaard.
don't do those things,
No,
bro.
man.
Maybe
Odegaard,
say maybe
Madrid
if you
tried
had said
everything.
a BTEC Musiala or BTEC a BTEC Ozil, I might agree.
There are
But
players
he's
as
still
well.
young.
But
He's still young.
Odegaard,
He's still 19, and he
Odegaard.
could still evolve into
No, no,
top
no,
Mm-mm.
no.
talent at
But
ATEC, IS class.
let's look at what Michel is saying right there. B-Tech Odegaard. The time Odegaard was at Real Madrid, a lot of people were crying that they should give him time as well, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Real Madrid were
Mm-hmm.
like, we are not having it. We've seen what he has to offer. It's not what we want. Let's move him on. Maybe it might just be the same thing.
No,
Adequile might
and
just be the
Drex,
same thing. I'm not
Drex,
saying it's in
Drex.
the caliber of the Odegaard. I'm just saying
Yeah,
maybe the
yeah. I
same
want to know.
scenario.
You see that the one for Odegaard is
Yeah,
like we doing him a favor. We can't hold on to back to you. Go. You can do somewhere else because one thing is that you look at the kind of players we had at that point in time. It was not getting in. We
yeah,
had lots of like Rodriguez. James Rodriguez was sitting on the bench as well.
true, true,
Hamas.
true.
Hamas
He
should have come
was
to
sitting on the
United. He
bench.
should never
So
go
there's
to
no
you.
way. There's no
Hamas should have
way
never go by
he
you,
will
bro.
make a name. Just like they had like you have like Kubo. Kubo that is playing for
Yeah,
Russia right now.
yeah.
Like they could see he's a good boy. He's too good. We can't keep on to you. Okay, we are going to sell you. We'll put a clause on you whereby we can come back for you
And have you, yeah,
and just pay 50% of whatever we sold you for, and whatever they sell you for, we get 50% of it.
true.
So, but with Odegaard, like Odegaard could not just fit into that thing. That thing was too good. But with
Adequile.
what's his name? Adagule. I'm not saying give him game time every day and everything, but from last year to this year, 12 games, like it's not a good thing.
Well,
And
from
for
last
me,
year to this year, or since the beginning of this season.
since last year, are you forgetting he won Champions League? Since last year, he's 12. He has played. Which is why I'm kind of sad.
Bro, you
Like this
buy
is
him
it.
in, you buy him in January last year, right?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So I
I
just
know.
wanted to establish. I just want to establish he hadn't even spent a year at Real Madrid yet.
That's what I'm.
Which is why I'm saying,
Yeah,
if I was his brother or
Calm
his
down, bro.
agent, I
Yeah.
would
Sometimes they
advise
don't get
him,
games that often,
bro.
but big up.
No,
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
Mark. Somebody can sit on the bench and from there, career just goes like that.
yeah.
And
I get.
simply, everybody,
I
you are saying
yeah.
you will wait for his time to flow. Not everybody will be Nacho
Patient.
Fernandez.
Yeah, yeah.
Not everybody will be Valverde. Not everybody, but sometimes there are some talents you see and some players you see that play some kind of position. When they don't have the time, what you want to do is just let them go.
So
And
let's
for
swap.
me, if I was
Let's do a swap.
if I'm his brother,
Yeah.
if I'm his brother right now, or his agent right now, or his father right now, I'm regretting that decision I made because the mom wants him to go to Barcelona, the dad wanted him to go to Madrid. So
Tough.
right, if I
Shout
will
out.
sit down
Shout
like,
out to
man,
the
if I
dad.
know,
Shout out to the
if I
dad.
have known, I would have let him go to Barca, whereby he's going to get game time. But the only difference is that yes, he has won a Champions League, he has won a league, he has won
Yeah,
this one.
no,
Blah,
but
blah, blah.
the dad is actually foreseeing the future, knowing fully well that his son is going to play for one of the biggest clubs in the world, which is Manchester
Yeah.
United. So shout out to the dad.
So the thing is that if it's me, like I would say it's loan deal. I would take it right now because I don't want that guy's career to die. Honestly. And basically, under this manager, Carlo Ancelotti, the career is dying. Honestly. It's the same thing I said about Ten Hag with the likes of Garnacho and Kobe Mino. Like under him, they will die. And this is what I'm saying. Even though Carlo Ancelotti ends up winning the Champions League this season and La Liga, I still want him gone. Go. Thank you for everything you've done. We just want a manager like Xabi Alonso, please. Or that can manage
I heard Xabi
policy
Alonso
like this.
is en route to Real Madrid.
Even Man City, Man City are looking at him. Man City are taking
No, I think
serious
no,
look at him as well.
I think I think there's.
No, I think he'll come to Madrid. I think he'll come to Madrid this because he's already like done with
last week I was
Bayer
looking at
Leverkusen.
Plenty Good.
Okay.
Plenty Good was
I don't think so. I think I have heard some other news that Tembo is not gonna like. I'm liking it though because when it happens, I'm gonna be happy. Eric Ten
What is the
Hag
news?
to Real Madrid. I've heard it.
Mark is
Bro,
not
when it
happening.
happens, don't be mad. I'm
Mark,
just telling you.
it can never happen.
If it
Like we
when, if
Mark,
and
we
when,
can. Mark, it's
okay.
not happening.
Okay,
My
calm
team will
down.
not sack.
Okay,
Will not
brother,
let.
no
We
problem.
will not let this guy go.
Right,
So
so
go and carry this in. Never. It's not
as we
happening.
wrap up, Chris Riggs, young midfielder, attacking talent, true midfielder, Paul Scholes-esque like, a little bit more advanced compared to Dan Gore Jr. in my honest opinion. Sunderland are set to resist all approaches from Man United. But what I would say to you guys is that young Chris Riggs wants to move to Man United, so I don't think they're going to be successful. I think he will also become a Man United player, somewhere in the region of £8 million. You know what I mean?
8
And
million pounds
I
for a
will move.
17-year-old.
Don't worry, bro. He's coming from Sunderland. Calm down now, bro.
It's
We're
too
trying to
expensive,
derail the
bro.
prices here. And no to this shit snake that they call Randall Colomwani. No, Man United.
This guy is crap.
No. We
He's
don't
crap.
want this rubbish. Leave
This
him
guy-
where he's at. He is
Oh my God.
abject.
Oh my
Wait,
God.
wait. Let's
Thank
look
you.
at let's look at this
Let's
guy.
move
So
on.
Mbappe left PSG and went to Real Madrid and is struggling. Mbappe, and we want to take a Kolo Muani. Okay, let me go by my theory is just because he's not functioning or he's not cutting it out at PSG doesn't mean he wouldn't cut it out at United. So let's
Bro,
get that
he
one.
playing Uber Eats and can't score goals. Uber
It's not that
Eats.
he has not been cutting it out in every
Listen,
club he
you
has
know who's
playing
the top
for.
scorer in Uber Eats?
Frankfurt, he was not cutting it out.
He
Oh
was
my
not cutting
Frankfurt,
it
he was not doing
nowhere. He
anything.
is shit.
Nowhere.
The end.
We saw what
If
the
Mikel wanted
Argentina
to say
final.
somebody is shit, that
France
guy is
final.
shit.
That guy is rubbish. You guys rubbish.
The
man.
man name is
Crap.
Kolo Muani. Shit
Kolo.
and more shit. I can't help him. You understand?
And it is funny
No.
how you get people saying Ronaldo is holding Portugal back. They should drop him and use strikers. And I asked people, I said, you have Gonzalo Ramos, who Kolo Muani is benching at PSG.
Days, bro. Like, bro, that thing is busting my. See, I watched them today, right? And they were Portugal were all over. They were so disorganized in the first half. I'm like,
don't do anything,
no
man.
Cristiano Ronaldo, and nobody. Everybody's just doing rubbish.
They're doing rubbish. I don't understand how people comes with the. I don't understand.
And to think that, you just made a point. To think that Kolo Muani is benching Gonzalo Ramos.
Then they must come out because they must come out and play ahead of Ronaldo.
Well,
Kolo Muani is benching the striker that talking want to come and play.
That's a real one. No.
Can we stop all this hatred? Let's leave this thing. Even with the fact that Ronaldo was not playing in the first half in that game against Poland. People were like, no, he's not doing anything, not doing anything. All of a sudden, he's got a penalty. Hey, it's penalty. It's always called tapping and everything. The man scored bicycle kick. What did they say? It doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. He's only about to get back. I like, guys, Argentina and Messi, they lost to Paraguay. All the pundits on ESPN are busy blaming other players, not Messi.
Well, of course, Messi is the most gifted players. The gifted puppy, small mini goat, you know. That'll make the mini goat look good.
Man,
you know what I mean?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man.
Anyway, more shit that we don't want in our locker at United. Please, United, listen to me. Do not sign this guy. He cannot play. And imagine for his national team, he has never scored a goal against any of the Caribbean teams or successfully held a clean sheet against them.
He's a defender.
He always concedes. He plays central attacking midfielder or left wing for Canada and is rubbish. Abject garbage.
Who is this?
This is
David.
Alphonso Davies.
Alphonso Davies plays at the left back now. Which one is which one are you saying?
He plays left back only for Bayern Munich, bro. He does not.
No, he can't play. He can play as a winger as well. He can play as a winger as well.
He cannot control the ball. His touch is worse than Johnny Evans. Listen to me. His dribbling ability is worse than Johnny Evans. If you ever see him try to dribble, I've seen Johnny Evans twist men before. I've never seen him do it.
Mark, relax, man.
I'm being honest, bro. He cannot chop a ball to save his life. He cannot dribble. He cannot cross. He cannot shoot. What can he do? Stay at Bayern Munich. That's what he could do. Never want to see him in a United shirt.
No, he's going to come to me.
That they want to bring at my club.
He's going to Madrid. He's going to Madrid.
Yeah, Madrid can have that shit. They could cut that off in Spain. In Spain with that bullshit.
It's
more important news, guys. You know, tough blow for the women's team. The undefeated women's team at the moment. You know, as
when are they playing Everton?
is now injured for 7 weeks. She will be out with a hamstring injury. It will be long. Yeah. Yeah, the women's team are undefeated currently right now, bro.
When are they playing Everton? In I think it's the League Cup, right?
Next weekend.
Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on that one.
So guys, you know, big up to Hayden Pro in the building. Yeah, they are playing him out. He's shit, bro. He's out of position when he plays for Bayern Munich. I just want you to know Hayden Pro.
I don't like to call players shit,
right? I can tell you,
but I don't want him at United.
He's always attacking midfielder and left wing for Canada. He's never played left wing back. He's never played left
always
back.
left wing. Yeah, right? I get you.
She is shit. This is the kind of players you need to stay away from.
But the thing is, for Canada, right? Mark, let me out. For Canada, the fact that he plays up in the left wing I think he unbalanced the team. I just feel like he should just go back to
I
his left
mean,
back.
they had Jonathan David up front. They want to score goals anytime this century. Really?
Jonathan David, he's coming
You're
to
playing
Manchester
shit with more
United as
shit
well.
up front. You know what I mean? Bro.
Guy. I prefer
Jonathan
David at a
David.
10. Bro, I prefer David
Ah,
at a 10. I don't prefer
At
David as a
what
striker.
in what football club? In
Bro,
Lille. In
Mark,
Lille, not at
You can't be saying
United.
Jonathan David is crap.
Bro,
That
he
guy
is
scores
trash,
goals, man.
bro. My
who
little
He
be
brother
scores
better
goals,
than
man.
he. My
Eh?
little brother better than he, bro. I telling you, bro. He's
Jonathan
slower
David
than him.
scores goals, man.
Temba,
He scores
Bro,
Temba
goals.
score goals
for
where?
country,
You
for
know who are
country he
more you know
struggles,
who's
bro.
score more goals than him?
Okay, for
The youth man
country.
who's coming and playing left wing off the bench for the last 10 minutes for Canada have
Hmm.
more goals than Jonathan Davies in the last year and a half for
I think
Canada.
is this Fisai or one Yoruba
The
boy
one who
that
come
comes?
on in the second half, bro, when they
Yeah,
was playing against Trinidad, you know what I'm talking
he
about?
had to drop. They had to drop Jonathan David to the 10 and push that guy up. That was the only way
That
Jonathan
guy
David
come
was
on and
very.
team every time he come on the pitch, Canada look like they could score goals. When he off the pitch, I know I'm watching.
What is
So,
happening?
so let me tell you something. If you
Jonathan
want
is
to sign somebody
struggling,
from
bro.
Canada, I don't know if who is that youth man?
Boogerman,
Get he.
Boogerman.
Booger man, the one with the with the blonde hair, the little blonde hair
Yeah,
youth man,
yeah.
he real bad. Get he. Sell Rashford and bring he, cause he playing left wing. He bad. Trust me, he can dribble and he have fight in him. He have bite. He know what to do. But
No,
anyway,
That's
Mark,
that,
guys.
Mark,
that's the one's best player.
I want to ask something, man, because I've seen people going in on Rashford. With the fact
I
that he
don't
went to
care
go
what
and
he do
watch
in the private time, bro. I don't care what
like I
none of
don't
them fellas do in
understand,
the
man.
private
Like,
time.
why are you going like
You know
it's
why?
an international day, they have
They're
that
unhappy.
break. If the man decides
Temper.
to go and watch
People who have the
basketball,
time to
ah,
care about to harass Rashford for what he doing in his private time,
it's crazy,
they're
man.
unhappy with
It's
life,
crazy,
bro, or
man. It's
something. I
crazy,
don't
man.
know.
Honestly, it's
I don't want
crazy.
to be offensive to anybody, but
It's
realistically, bro,
But
crazy.
just you guys
in
just
reality,
realize
everybody
just
needs
realize
time to
something,
take a
bro.
deep breath to
Wait,
release
Mark. Wait, let's see. Let
themselves.
me hear Drex. Let me hear Drex.
Just realize
But
something, bro. When
what's
you
up?
know this, Mark, you know when I say this, when you know this, just know this and know peace. These guys are looking for every opportunity to sell. When they get that opportunity, they will milk it, right? Now, there are a lot of players that were in that um basketball.
Casemiro was there.
Yeah, but if
Is
you
that
write
what
about Casemiro,
about 8 of
who's
them
gonna
fly
be
across the what
who's
the
gonna be
game?
reading it? If you write about Casemiro, who's gonna be reading it?
No one.
Okay, right about Rashford, and the whole world is reading it, coming to his defense, some against him, some for him. So that's
No,
just
don't
it.
do that.
The minute you understand the angle they are coming from, bro, just go and sip on your iced tea and just enjoy yourself,
And that is something that they with Ronaldo as well. They
bro.
try to
Because the
push
truth is,
him
with
and
Ronaldo,
everything.
they will get traffic. With
Ah,
Messi,
yeah,
not so much.
yeah. Oh God.
100.
So the best thing
Guy.
to do is put Messi in a positive arena, put Ronaldo in a negative burner, and you just see, because all they do, if you talk negative about Messi, you won't get that reaction that you're looking for.
No,
But
no.
if you talk positive about Messi, you get a little bit of reaction, right? People start comparing him to Ronaldo. But just go full circle on Ronaldo negativity. Just give him some sort of toxic headline. Bro, you have the bees coming, bro. You have
Just imagine.
everybody. You have Temba and his crew coming and say, no, 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 don't say that. You can't
Yeah,
be
yeah,
saying
yeah.
that. So that's
For
that's
sure.
it, bro. That's just it. So once you understand their angle, bro, you just be sipping on your iced tea, get your newspaper, listen to Mark on the Mark and MUFC's fan channel, and you're okay. Don't be stressed.
Ah,
Yo,
people.
don't be stressed, guys. You know what I mean? Amorim is here. You know, of course, you know the two things we talked about it this morning. He says he's gonna focus on, you know, the unity of the youth teams with the senior
But
team
but
and
but
the
Mark,
identity. So
Mark,
stay
that guy,
tuned. We'll be here to talk
Mark,
some more about this.
the way that
Oh
guy
my
talks,
days.
Listen.
the way that guy
Don't talk about
talks,
my manager.
that guy is good with like the way he talks and replies.
Yeah, but
Oh
Like
don't talk
my
about my
he's
days.
manager.
just too good with
No,
talks,
hear
man.
me.
Temba,
You
Let's
cannot
Temba,
catch him.
focus.
You
Temba,
cannot
Temba,
catch him
Temba,
outside.
Temba,
focus.
Temba,
Yeah,
to
Until
the
he
end
play a
of the
game, I know what
season.
you talking about my manager.
yeah.
You know what I say?
Temba,
Is
to the
it?
end of the
You're my
season.
brethren, but don't talk about my manager until we play a
Yes,
game,
that's
right?
what I want to tell him now. To the end of
You
the season, I
understand?
don't want to hear
I
Amorim
don't
on
want to hear
your
about them
lips,
thing,
on your
bro.
mouth,
You see all
nothing.
them nice boy thing when you're
Why?
trying to play, you're trying
Why?
to,
What did I
oh,
do?
You are see,
he's
your right
eloquent
to talk
and
about
he has a
United
way
manager
with
is
words and
done.
he's a poet and yeah, I like him. You know, I don't hear that king. I don't. Right? Yeah, man. right? So
No, man.
we'll react
We
He's
don't
just
want
supposed
immediately.
to
to. We
say.
don't want to hear
I
anything
don't,
positive,
we
let alone
don't.
negative. We hear anything
Okay.
negative, bro, you're done.
We're
Okay.
done.
Positive also. I'm
We
done
are
as well.
abusing you
Even
here tonight, bro,
positive, keep it to
because I
yourself.
feel like you didn't realize what's going on. We coming to take all your players from Madrid, your favorite players. We taking them. You get
Oh
to have
man.
whatever.
Even
Yeah,
positive,
yeah.
keep it to yourself.
I
Anything
should give it to
positive,
myself.
keep it to yourself. We
Okay.
don't want
Okay. No problem
you
then.
just come analyze the game, say
Yeah.
what you want about the game, and that's it. If you hear news about my manager, just put it in the
Keep
private
quiet.
chat. Don't say
Keep
anything.
it to yourself.
Uh-huh.
You understand?
Okay.
Guys,
I've heard you
don't
guys. I will not
forget,
get
check
bean.
out D Hub Sports TV. Smash a like for Drex this week. You know it is possible outcomes. Get in on Thursday for possible
Yo,
outcomes, guys.
Oh,
Make sure
possible
you are
outcome last
there.
season, last week was
You
brutal, bro.
you
bro.
understand? I
Last week.
mash up the possible outcomes in the chat last week. I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
them
yeah,
to
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
I come
yeah,
in
yeah.
the chat like Steven. Everybody was like, Mark just chatting shit. He just want to be the
It's not
devil's
only you. Even
advocate.
that guy called
And
Mitchell
then
as well.
what
Yeah,
players are going
Michelle,
to
yeah,
work?
Michelle
How
was
many
on
I
point.
gave spot on? 2-1. 2-1 Brighton.
Bro, Mark got them
2-1.
get them prediction right.
1-1.
Yeah.
Win
Man.
for this team. With about 5 or 6 scores. I am the
Yo.
predictor of the week. You understand?
Yeah.
I want my stars and flowers. I will be there in the comments again. I
For
am the
sure.
comment
For sure.
predictor
For
of the
sure.
week
Are we
in the
back this week,
chat.
Drex?
Hmm?
Are we back this week?
He still be back this week.
I'm
Yeah,
not. I'm asking. Are we back this week for this
don't
possible
worry.
Oh
outcome?
yeah, yeah.
Bragging
We
rights
should
is
be
this
back.
weekend
Yeah.
as well, Temba,
Okay.
so stay
Thursday,
Okay.
tuned.
Thursday.
You
I
know,
don't think there's
last
a
Okay.
game on
weekend, last
Thursday.
time you
Yeah,
didn't really
Thursday.
want to come to bragging rights. This weekend, we will be
Now
there.
always come now. I'll
This
call. Don't
weekend,
worry.
we will be there. Make sure you
Amorim.
win on Saturday, bro. We will be there to
Amorim.
do the
You
watch along for
guys.
your game as well. Because you know we playing
Okay.
Sunday. So I
You
will
are
watch
playing.
along with your
You
game
are
on
playing
Saturday.
Ipswich.
We will play on
Ipswich.
Sunday. We will be there. So bragging
It's just
rights.
Ipswich. It's Ipswich. Just
It's
Ipswich.
just a switch, bro. I go and smack them up, get them about 5 and send them home. Uh-huh.
Wait.
You know what I mean? You know what I
Temba,
mean? We go and talk about it.
Temba is like you don't listen. We don't want you to pronounce. Don't
Okay.
pronounce that manager. Just say United manager. Don't say Amor.
United, don't
Don't call
talk
his
about
name.
Ruben, bro. You don't
Don't
know
say
about
Ruben. Don't
Ruben.
say
You hear what I'm
Amorim.
saying?
If I
Just
call
say
Don't
his
use the
name,
United.
name.
if I
Just
call him,
say
will you make him
United
bad?
man. Just say the
Or will you
United
sack him?
manager.
Will you make
You
you guys sack
understand?
him or
Because,
what? I
huh?
don't understand. No. Why can't
Because
I call his
No,
name?
no, you want to sack the great Ancelotti over Adagula
because of a
playing 12
game
games
time play for
in less
players
than
game
six
time.
months playing at
Yes.
at
I
Real
need to.
Madrid.
Yes.
That
I
is the
want my.
best I ever hear.
I
But you
want
know
people
what? Box
getting game
office
time.
stuff comes and goes, guys. Check out Football Fan Zone. Don't forget to check Tembo out. You know, he's always there live in the mornings doing his little stream, talking about sacking Ancelotti because he's crying because, Rodrigo is not starting. Arda Gula is coming to United. And maybe he might just lose Vinny. But you never know what happens. Stay tuned for more because, transfer market is here. And we are
Oh
getting
my
into the
god.
hottest time of the year. It's the winter transfer window, my guys. And your boy Marken, he's got some of the latest news and rumblings about players possibly coming to United in and about the Premier League, and some transfers and some possible managers. As we know, Leicester City is heavily interested in Van Nistelrooy, so stay tuned for more
Oh,
information there. He might
Temba, I
also be
told you.
going to Wolves. Let's
Cooper,
see
Yes,
how it
now.
goes.
Cooper,
Their fans say they will take him now. Their
Cooper.
fans
They
will
Yes,
want
take
man.
him.
Cooper.
Yeah.
I
We'll
knew
see how
Cooper
it
was not
goes.
Even this who again?
Bro,
Another
listen to
team
me.
as well. I
Drex,
think
you
Coventry.
already know my
Coventry
opinion.
as well.
I don't
Coventry.
mind. I hope he goes to the Wolves. I hope he goes to the likes of Wolves or Leicester because, brother, I want United
Uh-huh.
to smack them up. Smack
You,
them up about 8 or 9. The
yeah.
biggest score of the season.
All right. All right. No problem. No problem,
You
man.
understand?
Hmm.
Yeah. So big up to everybody in the chat. Big up to Luan in the building. Big up to Ziad. Big up to Mitchell. Big up to Elite Baller, my brother. Big up to the Football Fan Zone. Guys, don't forget to check out D Up Sports TV. Big up to Mr. B in the building and Stephanie Griffith. Big up to R10. Don't forget to big up to Irfan as well. Big up to Lil Yo-Yo. Bro, I will be seeing you in the morning, buddy. Don't worry about it. Big up to Alien Tenno. I've got some news for you guys because as they've been announced today, the managers, he was only able to get his work permit cleared today, so he had his first training session at Carrington today. Today. So you know what, guys? It is what it is. It happens. Sometimes it just works like that. Big up to all of you. Have a great night. Glory, glory, Man United. Temba, don't worry, bro. You could come wear a red kit sometime soon when your favorite player is gonna be a Man United player soon anyway. Big up to Drex in the building. Hope to see more of you on streams, my buddy. I know you're busy with life, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, man. Big up, you guys. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for support. Thank you so much for the love. We really appreciate it. Yeah, until see come your way again. Stay safe. Peace.
Peace out.
Baby.